girls are home for last night.
No sleep in at least 2 days.
No, views are good though.
Hey guys, this is going to be a good one because, in my opinion, some of these underrated or potentially skipped items are crucial for feeling more comfortable on big trips. Everyone talks about the main pieces for expeditions: tents, boots, ropes, ice tools. It's all very obvious stuff. But after a few trips, you realize pretty quickly it's actually the small, underrated things that either make your experience amazing or totally miserable. So this is my list of 10, or actually more like 15, underrated things that I would argue are essential on an expedition or a big adventurous trip. First one is good coffee. I'm not talking about instant coffee. I'm talking about bringing something like an AeroPress and your favorite ground coffee. This is plastic, light. It's not gonna break in transport like the French press, and it's much more nicer and convenient than pour-over filter. I've been a pour-over user for last many expeditions, but I'm now convinced AeroPress is way better. Coffee in general is super light in comparison to a rope and many other things you're bringing already. If I'm flying to India, Nepal, or anywhere where I'm not familiar with, I pack my favorite coffee because I don't know what I'm gonna get up there. It's not just caffeine, it's morale and my home routine. It's something to look forward to every morning. Second, sleep mask and earplugs. This one is another must. I would highly recommend the silicone kind of earplugs. They stay in way better and you can adjust them to your ears. You've got people snoring, tents flapping, wind, weird expedition noises all night. Your partner's stomach is not handling the dehydrated diet. Shit is getting gnarly. And at altitude, your sleep is already trash. So if you don't protect your sleep, everything else gets harder. Maybe even a sleeping aid could help you. Third, a kit to change your ice tool picks. If you're doing anything technical, especially mixed climbing where you might hit rock, you do not want to be halfway into your objective with a broken or severely bent pick. Bring spare picks, bolts, change of front points for your crampons, and a small file too. It's something that we bring on the route as well, but a trimmed down version. If you want to be super dialed for your big route, carry the same brand of ice tools with your partner so you can carry one kit and one or two spares. The probability of snapping a pick is pretty small, and if both of you snap your picks, maybe you shouldn't be up there anyway. If we did, I treat it as a sign from the spaghetti flying monster or something. Anyway, number 4, earphones and a Kindle. People underestimate how much downtime there is on expeditions. Weather days, rest days, waiting around during acclimation. If all you have are your thoughts, it gets pretty heavy, man. Unless you are like me and there is a small donut and no thoughts at all. I think that's why I was able to run 100 milers in the past. If I actually had a brain, never mind. Digressing. So music and podcasts, books, it keeps your head in a good place. I wouldn't bring a real book. I'd bring a Kindle. But my friend George brought War and Peace, or I think one of other Leo Tolstoy's books, to 14,000 Camp on Denare. It was like this fucking big. I mean, you can do that, but you can also bring a Kindle. Fifth, a small board game or cards, and load some films on your phone or an iPad. Same idea. It sounds trivial, but having something social to do with your friends, it matters more than you think. Raise the morale as high as you can manage. So number 6 on my list is a really comfortable sleeping pad and a lightweight pillow. Don't be cheap on this. Your recovery is everything on an expedition, so get the thicker and wider pad than you need for backpacking trip. I am really looking forward to sleeping on this thing starting in a few weeks. If you're not sleeping well, you're not recovering. If you're not recovering, you're not performing. I will discuss this further in a different video, but recovery is vital, and I'll stress that 100 times. Seventh, protein powder. This is one people skip all the time. You're burning a ton of calories, breaking your body down, and expedition food is usually carb and fat heavy. Having an easy way to get protein makes a noticeable difference in how you feel over time, as well as how much lean muscle you retain. Number 8 is Kindle Progressor 200, or another device to work on your finger strength. Research Abrahangs and get on this protocol for your whole duration of your trip. You may be able to actually make gains instead of failing off of your warm-ups when you get home. Super small and super simple to use, but very helpful at retaining finger strength. Now a few that are maybe less obvious, but I think are very important. Number 9, down booties or Crocs for base camp. Being comfortable at base camp changes everything. Let your feet rest. Obviously, you can't use Crocs at a snowy base camp, so don't bring them up to, let's say, 14,000 camp on Denali, unless you are some hardcore homeboy from Norway or something. But I'm not that guy, and I will bring down booties to that particular camp. Number 10, a pee bottle. Not glamorous, but when it's -20 and windy, you will thank me. I don't go anywhere without it, especially useful for recording these videos. It's always with me. Take it on your big route. One flexible pee bottle for 2 or 3 people. Yes, for the biggest routes where every gram counts, we do that. It helps with quality of rest for the whole team. Somewhat embarrassing to admit, I gotta say, but fuck it. This channel is for full transparency. Get the wide mouth kind, unless, you know. And if you're a chick, I'm just not a good resource for this. Number 11, a small repair kit. Things will break always. So duct tape, Gore-Tex patches, scissors, multi-tool, tiny pliers, bungee cord, anything you can get your hands on. Number 12, electrolytes. Most people are dehydrated and don't even realize it, especially at altitude. Bring electrolytes. 13 is one of my favorites. It's some kind of a spice kit. Hot sauce and favorite spices. Expedition food gets old fast, and spices make it much better over time. Number 14, a language learning app in your phone. Super nice to have, or honestly, any educational material you can load on your phone is great. And the last one is a journal or even a notepad on your phone. Expeditions are usually intense and kind of hard to process in the moment. Writing things down or recording thoughts helps you actually remember it later and makes your storytelling way better if you're filming. So yeah, none of these are the hero gear, and I didn't cover obvious things like power banks, mirrorless cameras, solar chargers, and so on, but these are the things that make your expedition either way more enjoyable or way more harder than it needs to be for no reason. Especially knowing how light these items are compared to the kit you or your porters are hauling to base camp. If you have been on an expedition before, I'm genuinely curious what your thoughts are for underappreciated gear, because I guarantee I'm still missing a few things, and we all can learn from each other. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you found some useful things in this video.